So guys, welcome to my new video. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel for more. Alright, guys, this is very hard and difficult game, so let's start the video. vvvvv is a retro-style 2D platformer game, developed by Terry Kavanagh and released in 2010. Despite its simple graphics, the game gained popularity for its challenging gameplay, unique mechanics, and captivating soundtrack. In vvvvv, players control Captain Viridian, who must navigate through various levels to rescue crew members and escape from a dimension-warping space station. At the heart of vvvvv is its gravity-flipping mechanic. Instead of jumping, players control the direction of gravity, allowing Captain Viridian to move upside down and navigate obstacles. This mechanic adds a refreshing twist to traditional platformer gameplay, requiring players to think in multiple dimensions and carefully time their movements. The game is divided into several levels, each filled with hazards such as spikes, moving platforms, and enemies. Players must use precise timing and quick reflexes to progress through each level while avoiding obstacles. Additionally, vvvvv features non-linear exploration, allowing players to tackle levels in any order they choose, adding an element of freedom to the gameplay. One of the standout features of vvvvv is its minimalist art style and retro-inspired graphics. The game's visuals pay homage to classic 8-bit and 16-bit era games, with simple pixel art and vibrant colors. Despite its simplicity, the game's visuals are charming and effectively convey the game's retro aesthetic. Accompanying the visuals is an outstanding chiptune soundtrack composed by Magnus Poulsen. The energetic and catchy tunes perfectly complement the fast-paced gameplay, adding to the game's overall atmosphere and immersion. The soundtrack has become a fan favorite and is often praised for its memorable melodies and retro-inspired sound. vvvvv is known for its challenging difficulty level, with many players finding certain sections of the game to be particularly tough. However, the game's responsive controls and tight level design ensure that every death feels fair and encourages players to keep trying until they succeed. The sense of accomplishment that comes from overcoming difficult obstacles is a significant part of the game's appeal. In addition to its main campaign, vvvvvv also features a level editor that allows players to create and share their own custom levels. This user-generated content adds a significant amount of replay value to the game, as players can experience an endless variety of new challenges created by the community. Solo development. VV was developed solely by Terry Kavanagh, an independent game developer from Ireland. He handled everything from programming to design, music composition, and even testing. The game is a testament to the creative vision and dedication of one individual. Development time. Despite its seemingly simple graphics and mechanics, VV took approximately 2 years to develop. This lengthy development cycle allowed Kavanagh to refine the gameplay, level design, and overall experience to ensure it met his high standards. Inspiration. The inspiration for VV came from classic platformer games like Super Mario Bros. And Metroid, as well as indie titles such as N. Kavanagh wanted to create a game that captured the essence of these classics, while introducing innovative mechanics and modern design elements. Gravity flipping mechanic. The gravity flipping mechanic, which is central to the gameplay of VV, was inspired by an earlier prototype game created by Kavanagh called Sine Wave Ninja. He realized that this mechanic had the potential to create unique and challenging gameplay experiences, leading him to expand upon it in vvvvvv. Name origins. The name VVV comes from the game's main mechanic of flipping gravity. In the game, the character's name is Captain Viridian, and the letter V represents the direction of gravity. The repetition of the letter emphasizes the central role that gravity plays in the game's mechanics. Retro aesthetic. Kavanagh intentionally chose a retro-inspired aesthetic for VV to evoke nostalgia for classic 8-bit and 16-bit era games. The simple pixel art, vibrant colors, and chiptune soundtrack contribute to the game's retro charm and appeal. Accessibility. Despite its challenging difficulty level, VV is accessible to players of all skill levels. Kavanaugh implemented a forgiving checkpoint system that allows players to respawn quickly after dying, minimizing frustration and encouraging perseverance. Critical acclaim. Upon its release, vvvvvvv received widespread critical acclaim from gaming journalists and reviewers. Its innovative gameplay mechanics, retro-inspired aesthetic, and challenging level design were praised as refreshing and engaging. Indie game scene. vvvvv emerged during a period when indie games were gaining increasing recognition and popularity. As part of this burgeoning scene, the game received attention from indie game enthusiasts who were eager to discover unique and innovative titles. Word of mouth. Much of vvvvv's popularity can be attributed to word of mouth within the gaming community. Players who enjoyed the game shared their experiences with friends and fellow gamers, leading to a grassroots buzz that helped propel its reputation. Speedrunning community. The game's challenging levels and precise mechanics have made it a favorite among speedrunners. The speedrunning community has embraced vvvvv, showcasing impressive feats of skill and attracting attention to the game through live streams, tournaments, and leaderboards. Developer's reputation. Terry Kavanaugh, the sole developer behind vvvvv, already had a following within the indie game community prior to the game's release. His previous works, such as Don't Look Back and At a Distance, had established him as a talented and innovative game developer, further piquing interest in vvvvvv. Nostalgia factor. The game's retro-inspired aesthetic and chiptune soundtrack evoke nostalgia for classic platformer games of the 8-bit and 16-bit eras. This nostalgic appeal resonates with gamers who grew up playing games from that era, drawing them to vvv. Accessible difficulty. Despite its challenging difficulty level, vvvvvv is accessible to players of all skill levels. The game's forgiving checkpoint system and responsive controls make it easy for players to pick up and enjoy, even if they struggle to progress through certain sections. Ports and platforms. vvvvvv has been ported to numerous platforms over the years, including PC, Mac, Linux, Nintendo 3DS, PlayStation 4, PlayStation Vita, and mobile devices. This wide availability has allowed the game to reach a broad audience and maintain its popularity across different gaming platforms.